What is up? We are back and black in the building. Shout out to everybody at the corporate plantation doing what they need to do to survive. Man, we made it back another week, huh? Shout out to everybody out there. David Don't Compromise, James Youngblood, Shawnee, Erica, Melina, the homegirl, Miss Tanya, Lil Tanya, Tasha Mariah, everybody out there. Lil Angie, everybody that I can remember, man. Shout out to everybody out there, man. I got a quick one. I was having this conversation last night. I got a quick one. The predator or the prey? We're going to get into it. Got some audio. And we're going to see what they talking about. You know. It's going to be a great one. Let's get into it. Hey, we here, man. I'm just reporting the facts, and I'm going to tell you what I think and tell you what we need to do to refrain from this, because you know they're going to come after us next. All right, here we go. Let's move the story all the way back. There we go.
A Bucks County middle school guidance counselor is now behind bars tonight and facing charges after court documents allege she had repeated sexual contact with the student. 35-year-old Kelly Schutte seen here in this mugshot. According to court documents, the middle school student in question was just 14 years old at the time of these alleged crimes. The affidavit revealing intimate details of the ordeal between Schutte and the student, beginning with the original 911 call from the student's mother, who called police.
So that kid must have been running his mouth. But anyway.
When she learned her son had allegedly been kissed and touched inappropriately by his school counselor. According to court documents, the minor admitted to having a romantic and sexual relationship with Kelly Schutte, with the contact initiating in Schutte's home. Court documents allege the sexual relationship between the two began during a class field trip last fall, where Schutte was sitting next to the minor on the bus. Adding, Schutte would regularly call the minor to her office during school hours, resulting in the student missing class. The affidavit goes on to reveal the inappropriate contact continued through school apps like Canvas, and then when school let out for the summer, social media apps like Snapchat. In addition, court documents reveal sexual contact between the two happened in Schutte's car, outside of a local supermarket, her home, and even the minor's bedroom when his family was away.
Dang,
Schutte now faces a number of charges, including 3 counts of institutional sexual assault, 3 counts of indecent assault of a person less than 16 years old, and 1 count of corruption of minors. Fox 29 reached out to the Penridge School District. They sent us this statement that reads in part, "While we refrain from making premature judgments about the actions of a staff member facing prosecution, it is crucial to reiterate the district's stance against any inappropriate contact between a Penridge School District employee and a student. Such behavior will not be tolerated."
Wow. Wow. Let's get back to it. We're gonna discuss this real quick. Y'all notice you're seeing a rise of this. I did this subject today because I'm seeing a rise of it. And you know they coming for the niggas. They already got 2 or 3 different coaches right after this story. Because I've been looking at this story for the past couple of days and couldn't find any stories on any black staff members doing the same thing. And within 3 days, I'm not lying to y'all, within 3 days, literally, I started finding stories about black folk doing the same thing. And it's not really common for us to do shit like that. But I'm gonna tell you this. Just words of guidance, and how you know, when you're working around children, I'm talking about the Foundation of Black Americans. When you're working around children, always have people around you. And not just always have people around you, understand what's going on. Because it can be as simple as a girl being fast. You know, a young girl can be fast and like older men and be fast and can put out a false narrative about you. And you could be around, you could be the nicest person to be around, and you know they're gonna get you black. Now let me tell you something for the dominant society. You know, I mean, they grooming these kids. Now that young boy, he probably didn't know what was going on. He probably thought it was cool, but who knows? Who knows what was going through his mind? But you're seeing a rise of this. And the reason why is because as you start looking at our educational system across the United States of America Incorporated, especially in Las Vegas, Nevada, it's become decadent, and they just hire anybody. And it isn't about you having the credentials. You can have all the credentials you want, but if you don't need to be around kids, or you have a predator-like mentality where you don't understand how to possess your moral compass when you're around children, you shouldn't be around that situation. And they should have, to me, more red tape when you're dealing with other people's children, because that can get very sticky and it can cause a lot of problems. And the reason why I'm saying that is because, like I told y'all before, the Dominant Society knows how to wipe stuff away from the internet as well, because there were these boys that raped somebody in, I think, Michigan or somewhere. They was on a baseball team. I couldn't find this shit nowhere. And then this came across my feed, and then I even Google search like any black adults in any school district across the United States, you know, sexually assaulting minors, anything. Couldn't find nothing. Nothing. It was all from like 10, 20, 30 years ago. Then all of a sudden, after this story surfaced about 2 or 3 days ago on my newsfeed on my phone, then when I go onto my laptop to look it up, boom, then I start getting all these stories from like teachers and all that, and I'm like, you know what they're gonna do to us? They're gonna crucify us. You know, like clearly this lady was grooming that kid. Dominant Society grooming the kid, and you know, the kid probably told one of his friends or whatever. But my thing is, for foundational Black Americans, I'm gonna say this. I think we need to do a better job of having discernment when we are placed around other people's children, when we're placed, man, you use discernment. Now, what I'm telling y'all is, they're not going to treat us the same way they treat the Dominant Society. Dominant Society, that's why these white teachers don't give a fuck. They don't care. They'll take the L. They'll go on the internet. They'll look for little kids. They do all kinds of crazy shit. Look, black folk, you better not even mention somebody's kids. Not only will they kill you, but motherfucker get the buck in their eyes because they don't want to deal with the consequences of fucking around with somebody else's kid. But again, that's people that have a moral compass and understand what's going on. And you say, well, why you talk about this story, David, James? You know why? Jeffrey Epstein. That's why. Jeffrey Epstein. That's why I'm talking about the story. You had Bill Clinton over there taking young pussy the whole goddamn time, and ain't nobody talking about that. But they don't have no problem putting out these stories about foundational Black American men. Right after I saw this story with this Kelly Shute or whatever her name is, I said, wow, this is very interesting. And she grooming the kid too. You know, now most kids in my generation, if they fucking a teacher, they ain't telling nobody. Because they going to continue to fuck the teacher. They don't give a fuck about that shit. They'll tell you after the shit is over with. You know how niggas are. Niggas is not telling their mama, because their mama gonna go up there and kick that teacher's ass. So you know how niggas do it. Niggas ain't gonna tell you shit. Niggas gonna let you find out when they done already a senior in high school and be like, yeah, I used to fuck old girl. Nigga, you was only in the 7th grade. Shit was mom. You know, niggas, we keep shit under our hat. We is not finna tell, because for one, we know our mama's gonna kick our ass and go up there and fuck up the teacher. So we don't do that. But you know, all these other racial groups, they run their goddamn mouth. I remember that kid probably was like, yeah, dude. I fuck her every day and all this other shit. Then the nigga went to victim mode, which I'm not mad at him, because he is a kid and he has no idea of what it is to be grown and to deal with that. And it probably was too much, or maybe he was scared. I don't know. But she groomed him and did all these things. What do y'all think Ghislaine Maxwell was doing? That's why I'm bringing this up. Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell. Why ain't nobody talking about Ghislaine Maxwell? Why doesn't anybody know about her trial? Why doesn't anybody know what is going on with her and if she's going to prison for life? Nobody is talking about Ghislaine Maxwell. Why is that? Why is it? He's like, why are you saying that, Warren? Because I'm looking her up as we speak. Maxwell was convicted in December 2021 and is serving a 20-year prison sentence. Right. I'm almost, let's see. Yeah, because they definitely not talking about her. And how come you like, Warren, why are you talking about this? Why are you talking? Hold on, let me get to it. Why is it why are they not doing RICO charges for fucking with kids? They'll do it for drugs, they'll do it for trafficking, but you know this man and this woman was trafficking and was inviting people there, so everybody was there. She got caught. Remember when Robert Kraft was getting a massage and wanted a happy ending and he got busted? That shit went away. But when it comes to Bill Cosby and R. Kelly and all these black, I would call them victims, they gonna throw the book at them. If y'all notice, they'll use one or two dominant society stories of them fucking with a kid, right? And then it'll be 30 examples of black folk fucking with the kids. Y'all ain't never noticed that shit? Y'all ain't never noticed that? Thank God for Twitter and Facebook. And thank God for David from No Compromise. Thank God for James Youngblood and Johnny, Erica, Tasha, everybody that be on top of that shit. Because if y'all weren't on top of that shit, we would only see black people getting accused of these sexual assault crimes against minors and shit like that. You say, well, why are you saying this? I'm saying this because, for one, they went and dug up women that were lying on Bill Cosby the whole fucking time, and they put his ass in jail. R. Kelly, we already know what was going on, and hey, man, we didn't condone what R. Kelly was doing for the most part, but those accusations, those things that was going on with him and other parties were handled behind closed doors. With the Houghton family, with Barry and Jomo Hankerson and all them, that was handled behind closed doors. So we don't need to keep revisiting that shit and keep bringing that shit up. And all the victims, allegedly, that R. Kelly had, he did not have them against their will. They went willingly, and those parents allowed those kids to go there willingly with R. Kelly. They just played the victim when they wasn't getting no fucking money. That's all that was. Warren, you condone R. Kelly? No, I'm not condoning the behavior. What I'm saying is, if a parent auctions off and fucking trades their kid for some money, and then they don't get the money, that was just a bad trade. They should start putting these parents in prison too for setting their kids out like that. You say, why you say that? Because more parents will stop just leaving their kids with rock stars and R&B stars, and then when the R&B stars lose their moral compass and do things they're not supposed to do, then all of a sudden they want to cry victim. No. If you let your minor kid go with a grown man and you're not watching and monitoring that shit, you going to jail too. I bet you a lot of more parents will stop doing that sucker shit. If they started, I'm talking about across the board, white teachers, black teachers, Latino teachers, whoever it is, if you fucking with them kids and it come out that you fucking with them kids, you're going to jail for 30 years. Then the motherfucker stop doing that shit. But see, these laws are written and skewed for people with fucking money. That's why Ghislaine Maxwell, she gonna do 20, I guarantee you she do like 5-10 years and get out, and ain't nobody gonna even know. Bill Clinton never even went to prison. That's why that man at one of those rallies for Sheila Jackson Lee, they had Hillary Clinton speaking, and this white man was like, man, why don't you tell us about your husband with Jeffrey Epstein? They try to kick his ass out of the goddamn speech and shit, out the damn room. But he was right. Tell us about your husband, what the fuck he was doing. See, you say, well, Warren, why are you saying this? I'm going to keep telling you why I'm saying this. Why is it okay for Bill Clinton and all these elitist white folk to be chilling with Jeffrey Epstein and Pedophile Island and all this other shit, and then the crimes over here, you'll post like 1 or 2 white people that doing them, and then when you go back and look on the internet, they got 30 different niggas being accused of the same shit, and I'm like, this is by design. This is not a coincidence. You say, why are you saying this, Warren? Because you know this. You had Harvey Weinstein, who's on tape, full court pressing some pussy. So then when they went after him and got him, of course they got to get Dr. Bill Cosby and get R. Kelly. And it's going to happen again. Then they got Danny Peterson, that dude from that 70s show. He raped like 30 women. Just using his influence to rape bitches. And then finally came out and they got him. Now it's about to be more black folk that's about to get accused of shit. I'm telling you. For every 1 or 2 white people, it's going to be 10 to 15 niggas that get accused for the same shit. And they're going to do way more time. Just like fucking Joe Biden's son. That crack cocaine dope fiend. Just doing crack cocaine, just smoking it out of a goddamn pipe. Got his gun illegal and everything. They allowed him to plead to a lesser charge. No, he should go to prison for at least 5 to 10 years. Straight up. I'm just trying to show y'all the predator or the prey. You say, well, what do you mean by that? Warren, what do you mean? I'm going to tell you this and then I'm done. I feel like the dominant society is the predator and the prey. What do you mean? They will become the predator and then become the victim at the same time. They will create the problem and then solve the problem. That's what they do. They create these problems and sow discord and then come right behind you and come in there and be the hero and solve the problem. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm talking about this. Just go look them up. Just go look them up. Some of these charges on these black men, I'm like, that is not true. Then you start looking at the dossier of these Foundation of Black Americans. They didn't work at the damn school district for 20 years. They did nothing. Now all of a sudden they wouldn't be fucking with somebody's kid. Stop. I don't believe that. And two, I'm gonna tell you too, these parents, start teaching y'all kids to stay out of grown men's face and stop being so hot in the ass. One, why you saying that? Let me tell you something. If we were to take these young girls and take them to countries like Saudi Arabia or take them to these countries, either you gonna be with a man that's twice your age or you going to fucking prison for being fast and being hot in the ass. That's the thing about the United States of America. That allow you to be promiscuous and flirtatious with a grown-ass man, and then you can just do whatever and try to play games, and then nothing happens to you. See, you go to Saudi Arabia, you go to these countries like Jordan, go to these other countries. Go to these countries in Africa and think you're gonna be flirting with a grown-ass man and you a little kid. Go do that. You know what's gonna happen? Two things gonna happen. They're gonna get the shit beat out of you, or your mama gonna be like, oh, I'm glad you was flirting with him because you're marrying him. So now you can fuck him all you want. Then that shit ain't gonna be funny. We have to start teaching our young women too how to conduct themselves around grown men. And then we gotta start teaching our young men how to be grown men and possess a moral compass so they're not putting themselves in those type of positions, because sometimes you have younger women who have not been taught how to, hey man, don't be so hot in the ass, don't do that. Because they be trafficking young women now. Still, you know how many black women are missing? So we got to do a little bit of both, and we got to understand it is a double standard. The dominant society can go rape, pillage, rob, and plead to a lesser charge and do 5 years and get out and do the shit all over again. Black folk cannot do that. We don't get second chances. So we got to teach the black men and the black women at the same time how to do shit in decency and in order. We need to start telling young women, don't just look at the nigga, look at the woman. Oh, so you being hot in the ass, huh? Okay, well then we gonna make you marry him then. Then she gonna be like, what you mean marry him? So now he gonna be able to do, now legally he can be able to do whatever the fuck he wanna do now. You ain't gonna like that shit. Then young women will stop being so fast. And then as the men, hey nigga, now you don't want to get your ass whooped. You want to be fucked up out here. We got to start giving motherfuckers a moral compass when they're around children. But I don't believe, in my personal opinion, that a lot of those black men that are being accused of this across the United States have actually done these crimes. I believe it's a crime against foundational black Americans, and for every white person that they find that are guilty of these crimes, they try to go find 10 black folk and throw cases on. I'm just saying. That case against Bill Cosby, bogus. Case against R. Kelly, bogus. All that shit was bogus to me. If you're going to throw cases on them, why did you throw cases on them in the early 2000s, in the 90s? Why would you wait all the way to 2021, 22, take his money away and everything, do that shit? Y'all got to look at this shit. And again, we need to start policing our own. Police our young black men. So when they grow up and they're 22 and 23 years old, they understand the difference between a young girl and a young woman. And let's start policing our young women and telling them, hey, we get it. You mature fast and you like older men. Okay, but right now, stay in your lane. You're not ready for that. Let's start having the uncomfortable conversations with our young women and our young men so they know what to do and how to move within this system. Remember that. Remember what I brought up. Look up this shit. I'm telling y'all, James Youngblood, look up this shit. You're going to be like, that's way too many niggas all of a sudden. I'm telling y'all, when I do these podcasts, I do thorough research. I'm looking, I'm reading articles. I get the articles across my fucking phone all the fucking time. And this article of this girl from Pennsylvania, that teacher, that came across my news feed probably, about 3 days ago. About 3 days ago. And I said, wow. And I'm looking, because I like to compare racial groups. So I go look up black folk. Couldn't really come up with nothing. Then all of a sudden, today, I'm looking again. I go on MSN, I go on Yahoo, all these. Now all of a sudden, it's this black teacher, then another black teacher for sexual assault. I said, see, no. I just don't believe it. Because I know what the dominant society is capable of doing, and y'all know what they're capable of doing, and we need to start doing our research. And I'm not saying that motherfuckers sometimes don't possess a moral compass and do shit that they ain't supposed to be doing, but I do believe that black folk are more mindful of that shit than every other racial group. We will not put our jobs online. Like, now nigga, let's get some straight. Now nigga put his job online for some overage pussy. For a woman that's 20, 21, something like that, nigga don't give a fuck. Nigga be like, shit. Bitch trying to give some pussy, I'll take that shit. But when it comes to underage, you know, niggas get the bug in their eyes and be like, hell no. You ain't finna put me on a wall of shame and doing all that sucker shit. I just feel like that's how foundational black Americans are, women and men. That's why you don't really see it from women and men. You just don't. You don't see it from us like that, especially out here in Las Vegas, Nevada. But on the wall of shame, you do see a lot of dominant society motherfuckers, and them motherfuckers be like 50, 60, shit like that. Last time I seen a black man on the wall of shame, he was a black Clark County School District police officer, and he was stealing computers and selling them, which is totally different. And I don't blame him because he wasn't making no goddamn money. So I would have done the same shit too. God damn, y'all niggas ain't paying me. Damn. So I don't blame him for that. But that's literally the last thing. And then I seen one, but I don't think he was a foundational black American. And it was pro-legend, but we never knew what the case turned out to be. But I'm going to tell you right now, go look up this shit. Shawnee, Eric, all y'all, go look up this shit. It's going to blow your mind, the ratio between us and them. And you know how we are. We don't play that shit. Now, I'm going to say it again. Women and men. Now, women and men, if you of age, men and women don't have no problem giving up, getting up the thing and doing what they need to do. But that underage shit, black women, foundational black Americans, and foundational black American men will look at you upside your head and be like, nah, I ain't fucking with that shit. I'm not going to jail for that bullshit. But anyway, that's my time. You already know what it is. You know what it ain't, man. I appreciate everybody listening and subscribing. You already know what it is. Guilty, nigga. I'm out. Peace.